Hello and welcome to this presentation of Season 23, Week Number 2, Minor League Tag Pro. Oh, alright. We are just about to get underway. And we've got an exciting... Nope, just kidding. I am pressing all the wrong buttons. Alright. We're about to get underway between this matchup. This matchup between Pi Curious and Holdin Gate Warriors. Both these teams are currently sitting at 1-1. So, both taking splits, and we are already launched. We are about to get into game, so I'll get that set up right now.
3, 2.
Hopefully the team names are right. Nice. Alright. And... oh. For some reason... Okay, that should be fine. For some reason you can still see the thing at the top of my screen there. That's a bit strange. That's annoying. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Okay, you know what? I'll have to try to fix that between halves, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna hold. A little quiet. Okay, I think we're good. I'm just going to turn the score bug off for now because this is being weird. Not exactly sure why. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. The game is now underway. For some reason, it's like squished on my screen, and I don't know why. But we're just gonna have to deal with it for now. But okay, so we have Pi Curious on the blue side right now. They've got the black jerseys. On offense, they've got Sadness and Two Nuts, and on defense, Ermigo and Mike Trout, also formerly known as Freak. Meanwhile, they're playing against Holdin Gate Warriors on the red side right now. On defense, they've got Duke of Yor and Sevens, currently known as Saint Bernard. And on offense, they've got Dean, formerly known as Bay, and Beast Mode. First attempted opportunity for the cap. Sadness is going to come in and takes a bit of a slow route, but he is going to take it. That'll be the first cap of the game. It's going to go over to Pi Curious. One of the interesting things about these teams, I think, is that there's a, on the Holdin Gate side, there's sort of the old guard of minor league type of players, where we've got some players who've been around for a long time. Duke of Yor has many seasons of minors under his belt, including, I believe, one Mooper Ball, maybe two, I don't know. And Dean and Beast Mode have also certainly been around for a long time, and on the Pi Curious side, you've got some new faces. Two Nuts had last season, I believe, was his first real season in minors, and Sadness had played a little bit of minors in a few previous seasons, but not as much experience. Has spent many more seasons in mLTP, including last season where he had the 10-0 gasp in season, or sorry, in season 19 of mLTP. Alright, so far not too much action. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. There we go. Two Nuts has a grab. He's looking to come to base. Blocks aren't quite there, and enjoys sitting on the boost, but he misses it. Dean is fortunate to get that return there, because otherwise it would have been a cap. He ended up forcing both of his teammates to their deaths. Power-ups will be spawning once again. This will be very important as Joy picks up the Juke Juice and a Tag Pro goes over to Ermigo. Power-ups, of course, always important in Tag Pro, but for these teams, especially on the Holdin Gate Warriors, actually have the highest after week 1. They have the highest percentage of power-ups, but now it's very dangerous for them as they miss a couple of boosts and run into the Tag Pro, and that's going to be a free cap for Sadness. Making it now 2-0 for Pycurious in the lead. Another chance, Tunut's looking to come into base. Sadness is alone on D. Can he get a monster block on 2? Not quite. Oh, he does get it. Sadness gets the return on Beast Mode. And that will be a 3rd cap of the game. Still on the offense of Holdin Gate, I was about to say they're not looking too good, but just as I said, Dean does get out of base, gets bombed all the way back. His power-ups are spawning. This time it's a sweep for Pycurious. Dean looks to come into base, but it'll be tough now, especially with the Tag Pro. Sadness grabs probably not exactly what he wanted, but he'll spawn in base. Unfortunately, his team doesn't have regrab, so they're going through a return. Now a chance for 2v2 blocks, looking for Holdin Gate's first cap of the game, and they will get it. Very solid blocks there from Sevens and Juke of Yore. And Dean will put Holdin Gate on the board for the first time tonight. Willow is the first map we're playing tonight. It's been around a while now. It's been through a few iterations. I know they've moved the power-ups. That's the big difference. But I think it's a pretty solid map. It's not the most exciting. There's only so many map elements to use, but the 2 bombs in base give opportunities for the offense to get out. Meanwhile, Sevens is going to get out of base. Another power-up sweep for Pycurious. As Holdin Gate just seemed to elect to go for the grab instead. And the Juke Juice from Freak is going to get that solo and a reset. Beast Mode could have looked for a handoff, he was too slow to get it though. And Sadness will end up recovering. About 3 minutes to go. Just a reminder, this is just the first half of game number 1. So, this score will be added to the score from the next 10-minute half, and then we'll have a completely separate game on a separate map coming up a little bit later. Beast Mode coming in. Nice return from Joy, and Beast Mode caps it right ahead of Freak. So that'll cut the lead down to 1, and a chance for another. Juke of Yore's bomb. Keeps Sadness in base. Oh, but a nice move from Sadness as he's going to get out as the power-ups go rolling, and Juke Juice. This time Juke Juice for Holdin Gate, but it's stuck on regrab with Beast Mode. Usually you're going to want that Juke Juice to be chasing, and right now, not quite. Now on the flag, see if they'll go for the kiss. Dean's going to get a return, but it's still tough if they're going to get a reset. Ooh, Dean might have the solo. That's a pretty big solo. Joy can bomb Ermigo back, and Beast Mode's going to try to come into base. Pretty good positioning on OD, excuse me. And Ermigo's just going to clean that one up. In the early goings of this game, the one thing I'm noticing is that it feels like Sevens is getting a little bit impatient on defense sometimes. He's overcommitting, and sometimes that's putting him in bad positions. And the other big thing, of course, is for the most part, the power-ups have been won, I believe, by Pycurious. This time it's split again, but it's just a couple of rolling bombs. So that's not going to be the best, but the rolling bomb for Ermigo actually works out. He kills his teammate, but it gives him a free grab past 3. Just need a block on Dean. This should be a cap, and it will. Ermigo makes it a 4-2 game. Just about a minute left. Tunut's looking to use that bomb. Nice midfield block from Sadness. He'll have some room to work with. He's gonna come in. Ooh, nice idea. Looked for the boost to bomb combo, but finds a face full spike instead. Last round of power-ups for this half. Sadness is gonna use the boost to go forward, but he should lose it. It'll be a 3v2 top, so Pycurious is going to win the Juke Juice top. While a Rolling Bomb goes over Juke of Yor, they'll go 3-0. Just briefly with Joy's Rolling Bomb, see if those can get out of base. Not quite. Really smart from Sadness there, just neutralize the 3-0 with 3D, and now a spike and a return. That's going to give Two Nuts a pretty easy cap with the last guy blocks, and that'll be a 5-2 game now. Last couple of chances, maybe 1 or 2 grabs before the half ends, but I think Pycurious, Sadness is going to get a grab. He has a bomb. Buddy bomb from Two Nuts, but Beast Mode's on the gate. Final chance, Two Nuts, I don't think he has enough time. Yeah, he'll just get returned in the midfield, and that will end half number 1. Pycurious on top 5-2. They'll take a 3-cap lead heading into the second half. And just looking at the stats, wow, the defense of Pycurious, very well done. 7 pups between the two of them, as well as 30 returns, 17 for Freak and 13 for Ermigo. Alright, we're gonna see if I can make let's see. See if we can make it not show the top of the browser. Oh my goodness. I don't know. This is very strange because it definitely didn't do this before.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I haven't shown it the whole time. Oops. Well, we are back here for half number 2. The teams have switched sides. I'll see if I can get scoreboard up real quick. That looks sort of terrible, but it'll have to work right now. There we go. That's a tiny bit better. I've already missed the beginning of this game. Cap already going over to Pycurious. They're just extending their lead at this point. Let's see if I can sort of do that-ish. Maybe that looks a little bit better, I don't know. We're just gonna have to go with it at this point. I'll have to figure it out a little bit later. Well, we're just gonna have to run with it. Missed the beginning of that half, but already a 2-0 lead for Pi Curious. Holdin Gate's trying to get one back. They have a tag. Okay. Unable to get the cap there, and now they've got a pretty long road if they're gonna come back in this one. Down 5 caps now, 3 from the first half, and already down 2 with just 7 minutes to go. Nice grab here from Dean with the boost block. He's gonna be past 3. They need a return on Freak. It is gonna come. Nice play from Beast Mode. Come off of anti just to force that return. And so that's the first of many, as the Holdin Gate will hope at least, as power-ups are spawning. Is going to be a juke juice for either side. But it is Holdin Gate who stays reset. Beast Mode, he's not going to have the angle to come in, and a nice bomb from 2 nuts gets him out of base as well. Alright. Now Holdin Gate's gonna try their best to hold on to this regrab train. Sevens got the flag. Sadness is gonna get out bottom though. Take a kiss. Works out for both sides. Actually, nice block from Juke of yours. Beast Mode's gonna get out of base. Unfortunately for him, Freak's right in position to get the return on OD. Perhaps we'll be spawning again soon. We'll see. Maybe Joy's gonna try to rush it in while they go for it. Oh, but just gets soloed by 2 nuts. What a big return there. And again, you know, Holdin Gate's trying to use their opportunities, but they can't get into base. And a spike there, that's no good. There are a couple of spikes, sort of unenforced, or unforced, excuse me, spikes last game that came at unfortunate times, and you never like to see the non-drop pops. It just means more time that you're spent spawning, and that's never good if you're going to help your team, especially when you're down by so much. 2 nuts with a nice rub grab. He's going to be past 3. Dean just happens to be in the right spot at the right time there. And so again, Pi Curious, they have a very good lead at this point. They are up by, I think, 5 caps on aggregate. As power-ups give Dean a tag pro, so a chance for beast mode, but good 3D from Ermigo, hits the snipe for the return. Now Sadness actually has a chance to cap, but they'd need a sack, and now it's not going to work out. Everyone's spawning now, and Seven should be able to just boost past everyone. As he does, he'll just take the 1 cap. It's not much, but it's a good morale booster at least. And not a very good bomb from Holdin Gate defense. Ends up, both of them get way out of position. Joy goes for a blind snipe, doesn't quite hit it. See if Sevens can get a solo. Yeah, Joy's just gonna stick on anti. I think they're just agreeing. Oh, Sevens lags right through 2 nuts. I don't know. Need a replay on that one. Looked like he hit him on my screen at least. And power-ups. Holdin Gate's fighting over the top power-up, but with their own team. And the tag bro from Freak. Oh, it's not gonna come, and actually Beast Mode gets a big solo behind on Sadness right in time for the cap. And Holdin Gate's actually able to tie up this half, so you know, anything's possible. 3 cap lead, 3 minutes to go. Gonna need to get out of base and get these resets, and it's not gonna happen if no one is chasing 2 nuts. Now Dean looks to get on anti. Unfortunate timing as the return comes as he goes past, and Sadness with a nice bomb. He's past 3. Seven's big on OD. Keeps this game just a 3 cap deficit. But they're going to need the power-ups as well. See, Beast Mode in good position for the bottom power-up. He will get it to Juke Juice, but Dean unable to get the top, and Sadness picks up a Juke Juice for Pie Curious. Nice grab from Beast Mode, and the Juke past 3 with his Juke Juice can't get underneath Sadness, though. That would have been nice. That would have cut the lead to just 2. Dean's looking to come in, but no bombs in base, and not really much to do. I think the back bomb's now up for Holdin Gate, see if they can use it. Not really. Migo instead uses it for a grab. And he has a chance to cap too. Juke Viewer nice to stay alive. He can't. Two Nuts has the angle. And that'll be a cap for Pie Curious, and that just might be the nail in the coffin with under 2 minutes to go, or just over 2 minutes to go now. But a 4 cap lead on aggregate. The last couple rounds of power-ups, both rolling, both going over to Pie Curious. And Sevens looks to get returned. You know, it just seems overall Holdin Gate just not able to get those resets very easily. They're working really hard on the returns, but only a couple times it seems like that they seem to get anti and the return coming at around the same time. They're not really getting the kisses when they need to. And the hold is just very impressive from Pie Curious all around. Nice move from Freak. Oh, he gets the cap. That one might be a top play. Splits between Beast Mode and I believe it was Sevens. And this will be the last minute of this game on Willow. Last round of power-ups. Maybe just looking for a morale boost for Holdin Gate. Instead, they lose a couple tag pros. So again, Pie Curious doing very well on power-ups. Of course, I mentioned actually at the beginning of the stream that it was Holdin Gate, in fact, that last week had the most power-ups of any team. But Pie Curious was not far behind with 49, and it's good for 54% of their power-ups from last week, compared to Holdin Gate's 58%. And this week, certainly doing very well. Pie Curious, I'm guessing, has won both halves on the power-ups, and you know, it's worked out for them. They've also won both halves on the cap leaderboard. So you know, that's what matters. If you get the caps, you win the game. So last few seconds, last return for Two Nuts on Sevens, and that will be the final score of this game. This half 5-3 for Pie Curious. They win the game on aggregate on Willow, 10-5. And alright, so we will in just a second be heading to our second game. That'll be on Sugar Hill. A bit of a different map. The big thing, of course, is the portal, but you know, all in all, similar in many ways. You've got the one bomb in base, you've got a couple boosts to work with, and two mid bombs as well. This one though, there are 3 power-ups, so you know, we'll see how the teams prioritize. What often happens is if one pup can get delayed, they're not very far apart, so you can chain them together, and if teams are smart, they'll be able to just focus on one of the power-ups and then sort of try to win them both by you know, sending most of the team for one power-up and then just everyone follows to the next one on the chain or something like that. Alright, I still don't know why Firefox is being annoying. Very sad. Alright, I think we are... We are getting underway for game number 2.
3, 2, 1.
There we go. We are on to Sugar Hill. Back onto the blue side will be Pi Curious. And, you know, after a bit of a tough loss for Holdin Gate, you know, the main thing that, you know, I mentioned already, but the most important thing, of course, is the power-ups. They need to get back to picking them up. They actually, last week, had 2 of the top 4 players in terms of most power-ups picked up. And I believe that was Joy and Beast Mode, although I could be wrong, could be misremembering. And I generally think of J-Bay as someone who prioritizes power-ups a lot, so that's one of his strengths, and you know, if he's going to help his team win this game, that's going to be one big way to do it. Beast Mode, he ends up having the flag instead of going for the power-ups, and that means they lose 2 out of 3, don't even have anyone contesting top or mid. So they're only stuck with the rolling against the Tag Pro for Pi Curious. J-Bay gets a grab, nice attempt, can't quite get past Freak. But, you know, early on, looks like Holdin Gate defense doing a little bit better, staying reset. We'll see how they handle some of these grabs. Nice grab from Two Nuts, just uses the boost to force his way into the grab and gets out of base. Unfortunately, gets contained sort of not pretty far out from the flag, and Sevens was just playing anti the entire time there. The second round of power-ups again, Holdin Gate electing to go for a grab during power-ups. See if it works out this time. It does! They get a Tag Pro for Beast Mode, and that's going to save J-Bay. He goes for the boat, but the first cap of the game on Sugar Hill is going to go over to Holdin Gate. And that's a nice grab. I like that grab from the Tag Pro. Try to just use the last couple seconds to maybe get another kill on base. He does. And the Juke Juice from Juke of Yore, not quite able to juggle everyone. But the opportunity is looking good. J-Bay still with a decent grab, should get contained here though. And Migo looking to get out of base. Nice bomb from Juke of Yore is going to send him right back. Few minutes in now, everyone's going for power-ups. Doesn't look like anyone's going for the grab this time. Nice fight from J-Bay, nearly wins the rolling bomb top 2v1, but it does use beast mode, able to get out of base, and there's a Juke Juice on defense with 7, see if he can force a grab maybe. Currently only past 1, he's going to look to come portal. Yeah, portal is usually the place where OD is going to cover most often, so you know, I really like to see players looking to walk in portal and maybe instead of going straight at the flag, look to go to the boost instead. That time the portal did not work out for Holdin Gate. Another nice grab from Holdin Gate though. This time Beast Mode can't get past midfield as Two Nuts is waiting there. He's again just setting up for that boost through portal right towards flag. J-Bay only past 1 as power-ups are spawning. Oh, Tag Pro for 7s. If he can get around to 7s, and nicely done from Juke of Yore. They just need 1 more return. Maybe 2? Surely they get it. They will. They have 2 Tag Pros. And that's going to be the second cap. They needed every part of those power-ups though to get that cap. Beast Mode still trying to use his Tag Pro, gets another couple kills, and J-Bay is going to be past 3 Two Nuts. Really big move on OD. He's had a couple of those actually saving his team. Couple grabs, see if anyone's actually out. Two Nuts has a boost to work with, but can't turn the corner quickly enough. Now halfway through, time for power-ups again. Definitely Holdin Gate looking much better this game on power-ups. They've won 2 out of 3, seems like every round this actually. It probably hasn't been, but that time they did again win 2 out of 3. Unfortunately, their extra power-up was just a rolling bomb, which does not lead to a grab for JBay. And a nice use of the bomb from Two Nuts. He's going to be out past 2. Has a Juke Juice perhaps able to help with the block, but he's just going to be chased all the way back. Nice bomb. Can't get all the blocks though, as 3 OD leaves Beast Mode available for the return. Also, I think I saw him saying in group chat before this game started, maybe that's the difference. JBay actually playing with what is technically his correct name since he signed up as Bay as opposed to Dean. So that's all the difference. Just change your name and get instantly better. Just ask OK then. I'm pretty sure he did that too. The name change buff. Power-ups are spawning this time. 2 out of 3 do go over to Pi Curious. Oh, unfortunate boost. Who was that? That was JBay. Joy's coming in, not really much to do. 4 in front of him, including a tag pro there briefly. See what he can do. Two Nuts just going back on Ante. Maybe he's gonna look for pups. Amigo actually spikes 7, so but he doesn't go for the grab even though they had a 2v1, almost 3v1. 7's trying to return the favor. Gets a nice block. Joy's gonna boost right at the flag, but that's not really a great play. It seems like everyone was right there waiting for him. Sadness, nice bomb. Can he get there in time? Yes, he can. Picks up the back half of the flag tile and gets the first cap of the game for Pi Curious. And again, 2 out of 3 power-ups over to Holdin Gate. Tag pros will kiss. That's good if they can get the reset the tag pro spawning for JBay. 7's needed the return there, unfortunately couldn't do it, and that'll be a kiss, which might still work out since Joy's out of base past 3, but they'll need a return on 2 Nuts. 7 straight lines him right there, and that's gonna make it 3-1. Power-ups win games, people. It's like defenses. Defenses win games. Sevens is out, he's playing offense. Oh, and 2 Nuts kills his flag carrier. Amigo, a bit of a dangerous grab, but he has the boosts to work with. Yeah, he's just gonna stall, wait for his team to catch up. Now has a bomb. Just barely pixels past Beast Mode. And again, 2 out of 3. Go over to Holdin Gate. Oh no, Sevens was actually on the flag tile for a split second. While Amigo got returned by the gate, but still a good chance with the tag pro in base. JBay, surely they get this one. They just need to get Amigo, and Joy is going to clean him up. It's going to make it 4-1. And it just seems like Holdin Gate is able to get out of base almost at will. Beast Mode and JBay looking very good getting out of base. They've had a lot of grabs, and you know, certainly the scoreline shows that. Full reset as we're heading into the final round of power-ups for this half. We'll see if Beast Mode goes for a quick grab before power-ups. I think that's going to give up the top power-up, although they have been losing top power-up most rounds anyway. Sadness and 2 Nuts able to win the bottom power-up though. In the 2v2 battle, you gotta think that, I don't know, I think it's a little bit late. If you're trying to get a last grab before power-ups, that's a bit too soon, as Beast Mode is practically still spawning, even though he did pick up mid for free. I guess it works out if there are 3 power-ups on the field, so. Nice boost from beast mode. That's what I'm talking about. Did not boost straight through the portal, but he goes right. Unfortunately, can't quite find the lane to the flag. Last couple of grabs, 15 seconds. Sevens is going to clean up Eremigo, and beast mode has a boost to work with, but Eremigo is just going to sit on the gate, and that will be the end of this half. First half win so far for Holdin Gate. They take the half 4-1. Looking at power-ups, they had 15 to Pycurious's only 12. So actually a little bit closer than I thought talking about it through the game, but worked out. And look at the prevent numbers: 416 for Sevens, 348 for Joy. Very impressive that the defense able to keep the flag in base for so long. Alright, and we will update the scoreboard if I remember what the scores were. It's the hardest part where it seems like you're talking about the game the whole time. I should know what the score was, and yet I'm not paying attention until the very end. So I'm pretty sure it was 4-1. Holdin Gate this time, it's the other side coming into the half 2 with a 3-cap lead. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh my god, I'm actually an idiot. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll get this up. Ready? I have 10 seconds. They have launched. I will get into it in just a sec. Pycurious is on blue side. Sorry, on red side. Oh, I'm a little bit late. So sad. I apologize. Missed the first 5 seconds. I'm sure it was a very exciting 5 seconds. But now we are in final half of the week. It's a really quiet song. As Holdin Gate will look to escape with 3 points after a pretty underwhelming game number 1. Sadness and J-Bay both getting grabs pretty quickly right off the gate. Two Nuts not electing to go for the re-grab, as works out. J-Bay just spikes himself, so I mean, hey. Oh, that's the one thing I should change. It is not game 1, half 1, as the scoreboard currently says. It is, in fact, game 2, half 2. Alright, there we go. There we go, all set up. If only I had done this like 45 minutes ago. Would have been nice. But that's alright, we're all good now. First round of power-ups, I missed them there. 3 juke juices, excuse me. 2 over to Holdin Gate. So let's see, last week was Transilio and Willow, I believe. So Transilio was again a 3 power-up map, but it just seems like Holdin Gate is just doing much better on power-ups in this second game. And, you know, maybe it has to do with the 3 power-ups. Maybe they're just, you know, prioritizing a little bit better, that if they're only sending one person to some of the power-ups, being able to win those 1v1 battles versus the 2v2 battles. Sevens is trying to hold on to this Tag Pro. Joy's going to pick it up. He lets out 2 Nuts, but you know, you'll usually do that for the Tag Pro. Somehow they don't get the return, and 2 Nuts is barely alive, and he needs to stay alive for a while. As Beast Mode's on the flag tile with the rolling bomb, J-Bay is going to pick up the return. And that'd be a cap for Holdin Gate, picking up right where they left off in Game 2, Half 1. J-Bay is trying to come in with another one, but again, trying to boost through Portal, not usually going to work out. Especially assuming that your opponent has at least decent comms and is telling their OD that they're coming in through Portal. Beast Mode, nice teamwork there. J-Bay's going to tell him, oh, I'll get you the gate, so he can boost out for free. As power-ups are spawning, we'll see if Beast Mode looks to get mid, maybe. Can't get it, 2 Nuts beats him just by a second. And that tower power is a little bit delayed. Ermigo is going to pick up a rolling bomb that gets immediately defused. Let's see. Other talking points that I forgot to mention since I was having some other issues. Beast Mode last week, you know, after 1 week, obviously very small sample size, but was the hold leader in all of minor league type with 7 minutes and 53 seconds of hold from week number 1. Nice route from 2 Nuts, can't get past the OD though. Alright, the song got louder, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And again, nice boost. I was not paying attention, but a good block there from Ermigo. And that'll tie up this half for Curious. Looking to work their way back. 2 Nuts, unfortunately, came off of regrab to try to fight for the power, but he loses it anyway. It's going to be a tag pro for Duke of Yor, and he should, yeah, he's going to help Sevens win the top. Double tag pro. But the Juke Juice on defense has to worry about Ermigo. J-Bay unfortunately can't switch to block Ermigo there. The Juke Juice is by far the scariest part there, so you have to worry about blocking him first, I think. Somehow we're already like almost halfway through the second half. Wow, imagine that. Nice move from Beast Mode with the block from Sevens. He's going to get the split. Oh, and another, I mean, a pretty wide split there, but technically a split, sure, that's going to be a cap for Beast Mode, as they had blocks for days on defense for J-Bay and Duke of Yor. If Curious is going to come back, it needs to start here. 2 Nuts, oh, couldn't quite get out of base. It would have had a great chance with Freak's Tag Pro on defense. Sadness can't get out either, and now it's forced to go Flag Pro for Freak with no one on regrab, so dying and having tag spawn doesn't even help that much. And in fact, it's J-Bay who's, oh, if he had hit that, oh my goodness, he still has it, unbelievable. J-Bay, nice boost, and the combo into his teammate to save him, and gets the cap. So just like that, it is up to a, 5 cap lead now for Holdin Gate. And it's looking pretty dire for Curious if they want to pull off the sweep. Most likely it'll be another split, as both these teams did split in last week. Power-ups again, Ermigo is just going to give up the rolling bomb for Joy. I didn't see, it must have been another rolling bomb mid. Or maybe, no, rolling top, because I think there's a juke mid. Nice move from Joy, he's going to be passed to, he goes to the boost, can't quite turn fast enough, Sadness catches up. Sevens, I mean, that interesting corner didn't really help him, and ends up getting bomb returned, and they will get the reset for Curious. So we've got about 3 minutes to go now. Beast Mode not quite out, Ermigo shuts him down. And, you know, at this point, Holdin Gate, they're just content to win the pups, don't get too risky. They're going to win a Tag Pro mid. Of course, that top power-up is delayed, so both teams seem to be smart enough not to go for the top power-up first. And another couple Tag Pros for Holdin Gate. They're going to have a Tag Pro lead with a Tag Pro on defense. Have to worry about the Juke Juice of Sadness, and Sadness does pick up their turn. Unfortunately, Sevens couldn't get the kills in base. Hopefully, oh yikes. How laggy is my stream right now? Very laggy, probably. Unlucky. Just a couple minutes to go now. Holdin Gate holding on to the 5-cap lead, which would mean it would be on aggregate very even. Two Nuts coming into base, looks for the cap, J-Bay. Oh, Ermigo, wow. Basically turtles there with a big block from Ermigo, and that'll be the cap for Two Nuts. Again, Two Nuts trying to come into base, but oh my goodness, wow. He just goes right past everyone and they get the return on time, even though they lose the power-ups. But they didn't lose the top power-up, as Sadness still has a rolling bomb on flag. If they could get the return, not quite. Beast Mode Tag Pro saves J-Bay at the last second. And if that was a great opportunity with Sadness's rolling bomb on flag. Oh my goodness! Somehow, J-Bay finds a spike, and that's going to be a cap for Sadness as they're playing anti, and it's down to just a 2-cap game. Do you believe in Miracle? Sadness waits for the grab. Interesting decision. Now, Two Nuts is there, maybe can help with the block, not quite. Yeah, they're just going to play 3D briefly to keep it safe for Beast Mode and Juke of Yore. Last round of power-ups. Well, any chance of a comeback, unfortunately for Pi Curious, is just about ended there as two Tag Pros go over to Holdin Gate again. I think they've had double Tag Pro at least 3 times. And, you know, for their sake, Pi Curious has done a pretty decent job preventing any caps against the 2 Tag Pros, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough to bring them back into this game. $20 seconds to go, pretty safe for Holdin Gate. They will just play OD, no need to grab. J-Bay's boosting all around until he gets killed by his teammate. Ermigo looking to add another style cap, gets another return, 5 seconds left, Two Nuts, oh, right into Sevens. Can't quite get it, but regardless, it wouldn't have changed the final outcome. This game, even though the half goes over to Pi Curious, Holdin Gate comes out on top in game number 2 on Sugar Hill. And so that will be it for me tonight. The final score of the 2 games, 10-5 was game number 1 on Holdin Gate. Or sorry, on Willow. What am I saying? While Holdin Gate takes game number 2 on Sugar Hill by an aggregate score, if I can update it in just a second, of 7-5. So both these teams, coming off of splits week 1, get even more splits week number 2. So, you know, there's been a lot of parity. Last week, actually, week 1 ended up being almost all the games were splits except for 1. So, you know, another very interesting season. Both these teams looking pretty solid. I think a lot of people are pretty high for both these teams, expecting them to go far. But we will see. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully it didn't look absolute garbage. It may have. But yeah. So hopefully I'll be back in a future week for another stream. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later.